Yo, what's going on? DeltaNien here, and some of you might be able to guess what I'm playing just based on this screen. And now everyone knows. That's right, I'm playing Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I don't know why I said Phoenix Wright. Well, I guess it is in the title. I can't lie, I have played this game before. So, I'm no noob when it comes to Ace Attorney. I've already beaten the first game, played most of the second game, and I played a little bit of like Apollo Justice and Dual Destinies and stuff. So, yeah, let's just hop right into it. The first episode. Mystery. What happened here? Could have done this. What was that? I can't get caught. Not like this. Ooh. I've got to find someone to pin this on. You! Someone like you! Him! Larry Butts! I'll make it look like he did it! Yeah, blame Larry Butts. I think that's his name. It's been a while since I played. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. This is Phoenix. Right! You're a dead bitch, so you don't really need a voice. Oh, spoilers. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean like you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe him my current job. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life! Everything! It's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! Yeah. It's Butts! Hey. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me that death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong with you, Larry? Oh, it's all over. It's over. I'm finished. I'm finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who would do this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me! Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Especially when you show us who did it. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school always had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone, he's a good guy at heart. That I owe him one. Which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Oh my god, I love reading, guys. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright. This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. You conduct this trial? Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge for your client's sake. I hope you can control your nerves. Thanks. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test assertion of your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Hand shaking. Eyesight fading. Looking at her. This test will consist of a few very English is hard. This test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the defendant in this case. Who is the defendant? Who am I defending? Mr. Butts. That's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Good, good, good. What happens if I get something wrong here? Keep your wits about you and you'll be fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me the victim's name. Yo, I know this one. Glad I read the report over so many times. It's, wait. Oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? The victim, of course I know their name. I, temporarily forgot. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed on the court record. Just press tab anytime. Yeah, I'm playing on controller, but yeah, it's Cindy Stone. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging of you. I don't take orders from dead people. It's obviously Maya Fey. Cinder Block. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? Died because she was hit? She was blind! She was poisoned. Strangled. Hit with a blunt object. He was struck once by a blunt object. Sorry if I spoiled this game for anybody who hasn't played it for whatever reason. You answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem more relaxed. Much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright told us the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you care to explain to the court just what happened? Just what that object was? Yep, that's right. The murder weapon is the statue of the Thinker. The murder weapon is the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Mr. Wright, be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. The evidence is your only ammunition you have in the court. Use the tab to check it. Shut up. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Pay attention, you don't want to miss any information. I ain't reading all that. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We're great together. We're Romeo and Juliet. Cleopatra and Mark Antony. They all died. Yeah, I already knew he was gonna say that. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't answering my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyways? Mr. Butts, what you're describing is generally what we mean by dump. In fact, she completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She just had returned from overseas with one of them one day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Indeed. He appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. He took away their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We clearly see what kind of woman Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? I'm slamming my hands down. My client has no idea the other victim was seeing other men. The question is irrelevant to the case. Oof, wince. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Okay. After I'm here and have a knife. Let's continue the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is quite clear. Okay. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp. Well, did you or did you not? Well, I did. And maybe I didn't. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Oh no, he went. What do I do? He can answer, honestly, why not? Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts, dude, chill. He wasn't home, man, so I just, like, didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies the matters. Who was your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing from the scene of the crime. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspaper at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Saw It to the stand. Oh, yes, of course. What an upstanding gentleman. Mr. Saw It, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Saw It, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw the day of the murder. The witness's accounts. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw the man fleeing from the apartment. I thought this must be in a hurry because he left the door open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I qualled and fried and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to the nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. The man who ran, without a doubt, was the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, the building was in a blackout. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Saw It used was one of those. Your Honor, I have record of the blackout for your Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Right, this is it, the real deal. What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna find his lie. Duh. Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. I could press on anything, right? You didn't touch anything in the apartment. Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? Okay. Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't working. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf of the entryway. I reached inside and tried to use it to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? How do you know the time? 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. Mr. Wright, does that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict them. The blackout report. Objection! This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the what? I feel like I disagree. The blackout took place at 6. Oh, noon to 6. Well, she died at 4 or 5. You found the body at 1 p.m. You sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death was after 4. There was no body to find at 1. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw It. Why were you so certain you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Yep, shut up, Mia, you're dead. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give the testimony again? Word of lies. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying it at the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a videotape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the incident. There was no fucking... Oh, I see. You heard a voice saying it at the tape program. Obviously, that's stupid. There's no electricity, little bro. You fucked up. Mr. Saw It, you fucked up. Ooh. I find that hard to believe. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of this discovery, and the record proves it. You couldn't have heard the television or video. The defense has a point. You have an explanation for this, Mr. Saw It? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Saw It, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant contradictions are harming your credibility. That, you see, rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very much well, on. Let's hear the testimony one more time, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been when I saw it. Ooh. You saw a clock? Guess I would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. A table clock? Was there a clock in the scene? It's the first I've heard of it. Yeah, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? Yes, the clock. The table clock that was used. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was the statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and evidence? Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it. The clock over there, it's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The deck is a switch. You just need to tilt it and it says the time out loud. And it doesn't look like the clock was minutes time for phenomena. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness testimony is correct. Do you have any problem with the testimony? Yeah, he said he didn't go in. Yeah, the witness clearly a contradiction. Yep. He went into the apartment! You're lying! You were inside the apartment the day of the murder! Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove it! I went in there! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I'll prove you're the one who killed her. Ooh, you struck her with the clock, and the shock blew the thing's voice, and that's the sound you heard. I can't believe it. Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. And, slight pause. One moment. Alright. Right back where we left off from. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice is burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would
the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never! Look at the clock, I saw it, no! Duh! Shut up! I hate you! It was him! I tell you! I saw him! He killed her! And he should burn! Give him death!
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright, Your Honor.
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock.
Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think through it carefully.
Your Honor, the sound Mr. heard was definitely from this clock. Which is clear if you simply... I don't know. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to please listen very carefully. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So we've heard the clock. Just what is your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is right now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between Mr. Solid's, what Mr. Solid heard, and the time of the actual death. So, Mr. Solid, try to talk your way out of this one.
Ha! Ha ha ha! You forgot one thing!
Oh, what is he talking about?
Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it would seem you lack the critical evidence supporting your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I could not let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination. I come all the way out here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it. Or is there? Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. The dead lady is speaking. I mean, Chief, listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. I mean, nobody ought to shut up. Yep. Yeah. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere. Find it. Oh, it's because she went to France, underpants. Tough words. Let's see if you can pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves the clock was running 3 hours slow. Yeah. It is this. Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad from the day before the murder. As we all know, the difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. So when it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours behind. 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim had reset her clock since returning home. That's why you had to take the time a second. Proof enough for you, Mr. Solid? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Order in the court. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out different than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I ever saw someone complete a defense so quickly. And to find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, it's only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Larry Butts, not guilty. Who saw that coming? Not me. And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posted as a newspaper salesman to check to see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blown out he could. Oh my god, this is so sad. August 3rd, 2:32. Defendant lobby number 2. Woo! I still can't believe we won. Right, good job there. You're dead, lady. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. You fought your own battle there. Ooh. I've never seen the Chief this happy looking. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over, Larry. You're supposed to be happy. What's wrong? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Wait, no. That's bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy, she's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... No, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you... I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey. I was one of the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait. Oh my god, that's how you die. Is that evident? Actually, it's a clock I made for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Does that make you want to cry? Larry. Are you sure? Excuse me? I think she thought her quite like you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, okay? Oh no, I'm not. I'm really not sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, mister? Don't you show her something to your friends? The clock. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about the clock? This is the clock that you made for her, Larry, and she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, really am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, I hope you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you need to believe in yourself. Listen, learn, grow strong, never love, never. Girl, you're dead. Stop talking to me, man. Oh, you're dead, lady. Stop talking to me. Yeah. The end. Alright. And with that, this is gonna be DeltaNien out. If you enjoyed... If you enjoyed, consider subscribing. And with that being said, this is DeltaNien out. Peace.